Hi there guys, and welcome to my answer part of my Q&A video. Now I didn't realise I posted this up twice, so I think we have one question on one and lots of questions on the other. So yeah, it's Friday. I did promise I was going to do this today. Lots of questions, more than my previous Q&A video, so we'll just get started. Right, I'm going to shout out your names as well, so I have my phone so I can get the answers off YouTube, and obviously I'm doing this on my iPad. So we have a question from the Mahoney Show. Now, before I start, I've had a quick glance at these. I haven't thought of these, so all these answers are going to be off the top of my head. So the Mahoney Show: if you could have any superpower, what would it be? Now, for me, and I'm going to go into a bit of a story here. Now, I quite sad. I sometimes dream that I'm Spider-Man, web slinging through New York. So my powers would be the whole Spider-Man package. Although I would like the Tobey Maguire webbing that just shoots it. Not that, because I wouldn't be able to build up a bloody web shoot and stuff like that. But even though I hate heights, that's what I would love to do. I'd love to. You can't do it in Andover. Probably go to Bristol. Web sling through Bristol. But yeah, Spider-Man's always been my favourite superhero ever since I was little. You know, I used to watch the TV show that was in the 90s, I think. But yeah, you know, him and himself as well. He's you know what he's gone through, and he still chose the good side of that. He chose to be a hero, not a villain. But yeah, web slinging through New York, that'd be my favourite superpower, and obviously the wall crawling and all that would become part of it as well. Right, okay, this is from Cooley Movies, aka Cooley Comics, aka Andrew, aka one part of the YCC Hangout. What part of your comic collecting don't you like? The cost, really. You know, you look at Marvel and DC, their comics are $3.99 comics. Image, not all of them, but $2.99 comics. But that's probably one of the things that it started off quite cheap. I started off spending like £20 a month on comics, believe it or not. This was just on my standing order. Last week was different because it was such a short space by the time in between the last few visits and that. But I know next visit is going to be £50. So yeah, it's turning into quite an expensive hobby, but I'm still loving it. You know, with my Magic the Gathering cards, I've spent quite a bit of money on them, and I still enjoy doing it. Another part is the wife hates it. She, you know, I'll get new comics off eBay. She goes, "Oh, what you got this for?" So another part is the fact that my wife doesn't like it. But yeah, you know, when new issues come out, and sometimes it's like with TV series. If I like a TV series, I will go out and I'll buy it on DVD when it comes out. And it's the same with comics. I'll pick up one issue if I like it. I'm like, and I've got to carry on with the run. It's like with Iron Man. In a way, I'm sort of sorry I dropped Iron Man, but glad I did, because it was every 2 weeks it was being released, so it was costing, you know, a lot of money. Well, there's more comics out there that I did want to collect. Now we have three questions. This is from my good friend Michael Moore, top dude. So we'll start with the first one. If you could go anywhere in the world, where would it be? Now, I'd like to do Florida again, purely because of Islands of Adventure, Universal Studios, SeaWorld and all that. But I've already been there, so. But I'd love to go there again. It's such an amazing place. You know, you go there. I'm 30. I think I was 25 when I went there last. I've only been once, and I felt like a young kid again. I was like, wow, I felt like a 12-year-old. It was brilliant. But because I've already been there, I'm going to choose somewhere else, and it would be New York. You know, just to see the Big Apple, see the DC building, see the Marvel building. My mate's, he's not long come back from New York. He won't be watching this, but G-Man, if you're watching. But yeah, he loved it over there, and that is one of my top places to visit, New York. Right, next one. Have you met anyone famous? Now, it's going to sound weird. I'm not sure if it's a dream or not, but I was very young, and I think I met Princess Diana with my mum, but it might be a dream. So we're gonna scratch that one. But I have a relative who is a graffiti artist, really brilliant graffiti artist. I posted a video on my Facebook page the other day of showing some of his work, and he's absolutely fantastic. You know, he's this is what my dad said. He's ranked 2 in the world. Apparently, he's just below Banksy, and his graffiti name is Chu, CHU. Yeah, I always remember this, and I bragged to a few of my mates. Matt, I've told this. I showed a few of the guys at work his work, and I always tell them this. There's an old theatre in Walsall, the town centre where I used to live, and he was paid by the council to graffiti all round it. And if I remember correctly, if he's a subscriber, please let us know, mate. I'm pretty sure he had like turtles on there and stuff like that, and I'm so proud of him. Do you know what I mean? You know, this is something that he did as a child, or as a teenager, and it's his profession now. And you know, he's done so well with it. And yeah, hats off to Chew. I won't say your real name because you might not want your real name. But yeah, you know, brilliant work. Go and check him out. There's a video on YouTube. I think he's painting in London or somewhere like that. And it's basically speeded up, yeah, speeded up, and you can it's mind blowing stuff what he does. You know, that he can do brilliant things with his hands. So yeah, I think I've met Princess Diana, and I've definitely met my cousin Chu. Right, okay, next one. This is all from Michael Moore, by the way. Growing up, what was the dream? When I was little, I suppose it runs with the family actually. When I was little, I used to love drawing. You know, Sonic the cartoon characters, Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't think I did Spider-Man, Batman, stuff like that. It wasn't coloured in stuff. I wouldn't call it amazing, but I did have like 2 chunky folders worth of these drawings that I did. Like I said, just penciled in. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a cartoon artist. Like I say, runs in the family. My cousin, graffiti artist. And this is for all those that do it while they're still young. I know Mr. Comic Mania. He draws pictures and stuff. Don't give it up. It's one of the things I regret. I wish I would have carried on with it and potentially gone professional with it. So if you guys are out there, just carry on with it. You never know what's going to happen. My mate Jen, some of her work is amazing. You know, it's absolutely brilliant what Jen does. And I have said to her, sell your stuff on eBay. You know, she's done a Batman, and it looks absolutely amazing. So yeah, the dream was to be a cartoon artist. But then you look at my life now. You know, I've got an amazing kid. I've got a gorgeous wife. You know, you look at me. You look at her, Beauty and the Beast. Honestly, guys, she's stunning. I've got an amazing family. You know, I've got a job that pays the bills, pays for my comics. Finally got our own place. It's council, but still we can do stuff with it. Live in a beautiful town. Granted, it's not got a lot to do here, but it's... what more can I ask for, guys? You know, I'm not living the dream that I had when I was 10, but I'm living my dream now. So yeah, so that's it. Hope that answered your questions, Michael. Oh my God, no, he's got one more. Oh God, I don't answer this. Another one. Greatest film of all time and worst film of all time. Honestly, guys, I really am straight. My greatest film, I can't believe I'm going to say this, Titanic. I know, it's sad, isn't it? But yeah, Titanic is probably my favourite film of all time. It, you know, including, see, you've got Spider-Man, stuff like that, but Titanic, you know, I fell in love with, I can't remember now, that's how much I love this film. I fell in love with Kate Winslet's character. You know, she was like my first love. I think I was like 12 or 11 when I first saw the movie, and I fell in love with that character. And I think that's why it's... That's when I discovered girls, really. But I think that's why it's probably my favourite film, purely because of that reason. I mean, I have films as well, like my Spider-Man trilogies, stuff like that. But yeah, I would have to pick them as a whole. But yeah, sorry guys, Titanic. As for worst film, I really should have thought about this, really. There's so many bad ones out there, isn't there? Oh my God, yeah. Doomsday 2012. Yeah, my stepdad lent us that, and it's one of them things you watch and you think something really good's going to happen in a minute, and it was wank. I'm not going to deal with wank. Watch it, trust me. Okay, we've got a big one here. This is from Rob Reed's Comics. Question is, you have guinea pigs, why did you find Matt's rat creepy? And there is another one, I'll answer the other one in a minute, dude. I actually didn't find Matt's rat creepy at all. It actually looked quite sweet. I think because they're house pets, I might be fine. Actually, when I go up there next, I'm actually going to attempt to stroke it. But it's more of a phobia. I don't find them creepy. I'm just scared shitless of them, to be honest with you. I remember the one time at somewhere, I was walking down quite a really tight space, and a sea of rats under my feet, and I legged it. And I think since then, these were wild rats, and they just scared the shit out of me. And I think that's all it boils down to be honest with you, is I think it's more wild rats that scare me, you know. So I would scream or run away. So yeah. Alright, next one is, who's your favourite lantern, take into account all the corpse? Now, I can't really... the only thing I know about Green Lantern is from the movie. So I'd have to say Pal. So I want to give you an answer, but it's going to be crap. Take into account all the corpse. So yeah, I think if I would have to choose a favourite corpse, it would have to be the Red Lanterns, because I love the ring that I got from the A Place in Space. Yeah, this is going to have to be a two-parter, guys. So I'm going to come and talk about Green Lantern. Yeah, sorry about the Green Lanterns, mate. I don't know a lot about Green Lantern. Like I say, all I know is from what I've seen of the movie. But I know a lot of people didn't like the movie. I thought it was brilliant. I really enjoyed the Green Lantern movie. And I might eventually start reading some of the comics, I'm not sure yet. Right, I'm going to cut this and we're going to have a part 2 because I'm nearly at 15 minutes. Speak to you in a bit.